On Monday's episode of Pod Meets World, the trio were joined by family therapist Cotty Morton to discuss the difficult subjects of grooming, childhood sexual abuse, and their effects on victims. After Strong and Friedel were recently contacted for a statement about working with Peck ahead of the release of Quiet on Set, an upcoming documentary on alleged abuse behind the scenes at Nickelodeon. Entertainment Weekly. Ad. TV. Boy Meets World stars discuss former friendship with convicted child abuser co-star. It's awful. He turned us against the victim, Will Friedel said on an episode of his Pod Meets World podcast. By Sydney Bucksbaum, published on February 19, 2024. Boy Meets World stars Danielle Fishel, Ryder Strong, and Will Friedel got serious on the latest episode of their podcast Pod Meets World when discussing their former friendship with Season 5 guest star Brian Peck, who would go on to be convicted of child molestation. Danielle Fishel, Ryder Strong, and Will Friedel. J.C. Oliveira. Getty. Greg Doherty. Getty. Tommaso Boddi. Getty. Peck appeared on multiple episodes of Boy Meets World in 1997 and befriended the young Strong and Friedel, who played Sean and Eric respectively on the ABC sitcom. A few years later in 2003, Peck was accused of molesting a child, and he pleaded no contest to charges of committing a lewd act against a child. He was subsequently convicted and spent 16 months in prison. Both Strong and Friedel remember spending a lot of time with Peck on set and off. I was working a lot after Boy Meets World, and this guy had so ingrained himself into my life. I took him to 3 shows after Boy Meets World, Friedel said. This was the type of thing where the person he presented was this great, funny guy who was really good at his job, and you wanted to hang out with. I saw him every day, hung out with him every day, talked to him every day. Fishel wondered if Peck being an out gay man helped him get a pass from parents for spending time with actors 20 years younger than him. There was probably a part of them that didn't say it because they were afraid it was going to be taken as homophobia, instead of, this is a boundary, gay or not. This is a boundary between adults and kids, Fishel said. The actors also remember how Peck manipulated them into believing he was innocent when he was accused of child molestation in 2003, and how they didn't realize how serious the accusations against him were at the time. The hosts claim that Peck told them a version of events that reversed the situation so he seemed to be the victim, and they eventually faced the victim's family in court to defend Peck. My instinct initially was, my friend, this can't be. It's gotta be the other person's fault, Friedel said. The story makes complete sense the way that he's saying it.